Welcome back. With the holidays, it's still important to keep health in mind.
Joining us this morning is Trisha Doan with Well 365. Trisha, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Good morning.
As the holidays approach, we're 6 days out to Christmas.
I know.
It can be a very joyous time, but it can be very stressful. So
it is.
Can you give us some tips?
Yeah, it can be very overwhelming. And I think as we try to juggle everything, for the most part, everyone's like, wants to enjoy it, but how can we still, not overindulge, overcommit, overspend, kind of all the overs. So when we talk about, what does it take to be healthy? One of the things that we can just get back to the basics on is our sleep. And so staying consistent with our sleep is one of the things, because when that goes to the wayside, then all of the other things seem to kind of, take part in where we're just not feeling our best selves. But I think also just the overcommitting ourselves. So know when you need to have boundaries and just be able to, say no when you need to, especially with all of the holiday gatherings and things that are coming up. Trying to also not overspend, because that's another part of how do we be well and how do we take care of ourselves. And sometimes it's easy to get caught up in that overspending and losing sight of really what the holidays are about. And then all of a sudden the credit card bill comes in January and we're maybe regretting some of those things. So really just taking a step back and enjoying the holidays, but also how can we, not overdo on everything. So it does go back to how can we just have that moderation. I don't ever feel like anyone should deprive themselves when it comes to those holiday treats or meals, but I do think that by overdoing in all areas, it can take away from the joyous part of the holidays.
And if people are feeling overwhelmed during this time, what are some ways to de-stress?
I just feel like taking a moment to stop and, assessing what that stress is. Is it because they have overcommitted or overindulged or not set boundaries where they need to? So I think it looks different for every single person, but simply just trying to carve out some white space on your calendar, whether it's 10 minutes or 15 minutes or a half a day, just again, taking a moment to really just stop, assess where you're at, and then doing what you need to do for you. Not losing sight of, man, we've had some beautiful weather lately, so just getting some fresh air and just taking a deep breath and just remembering that, hey, am I setting myself up for all of the overs that we just talked about? And then you do you do what you need to do. And I think that's different for every person. And then I always say, just give everyone the grace and empathy that we would for, to ourselves, that we would do for others. And I think if we just kind of be mindful about that, then it just kind of works itself out.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.